I saw something, or maybe someone had sent it to me. I can't remember. It may have been someone tagged it to me. That it disturbed me, didn't surprise me, but then it kind of made me give it a side eye at the same time because of where it came from. So what you're looking at right here is a screenshot, and it's coming from Business Insider, and it says Fox News apologized for airing a graphic without full context that shows markets rising after black men, including George Floyd, were killed. And it's dated June 6, 2020, so it's very recent, of course. And right there in the picture, you see S&P 500 says percentage change 1 week after event. It says MLK assassination 2.9%, Rodney King case acquittal 1.2%, Michael Brown death 1.2%, George Floyd death 3.4%. Now, let's do a little bit of history. Slaves were the first currency, or declared to be the first form of currency, on the stock exchange or the stock market. I mean, think about it. When they were auctioning up our ancestors on that block, basically that's what they were doing. They put their bid in, and whoever got the highest bid, that's who the slave went to. So when I'm looking at this, I'm like, it is Fox News because I'm taking it with a grain of salt, but I'm like, does it have some, and that's a very small sum, validity to it? So, and this is not a doctored image, by the way. Like, there was actual footage that where you could actually see during the segment with this playing. I just wanted to throw that out there. Is that the stock market tends to do really well after high-profile cases of brutality and murder in the black community leads to widespread civil unrest, according to a Fox News graphic answering the question nobody with any sense at the moment was asking on Friday, and it didn't go well on social media. It says the son of Martin Luther King Jr. was one of many voices taking offense, tweeting he was appalled and that human life does not compare to a percentage jump in the S&P 500 SPX plus 0.76%. He says, I am appalled by Fox News' insensitive decision to compare the death of black men to gains in the stock market. This only reinforces the greed and inhumanity that exists in America as it relates to black people. A human life does not compare to a percentage jump in the S&P 500. Representative Bobby Rush, I take what he says with a grain of salt considering his history. He says this graphic makes it clear that Fox News does not care about black lives. Bobby Rush, it took this for you to realize that Fox News doesn't like black people. Where have you been? Fox News later apologized. This is the infographic used on Fox News's channel's special report to illustrate market reactions to historic periods of civil unrest should have never aired on television without full consent. Notice that they said it should have never aired without full consent. So my guess is if you did have full consent to air this, would you have put it on there? My guess is hell yeah, considering they did it without consent or without full context. It says, we apologize for the insensitivity of the image and take this issue seriously. I highly doubt that, considering Fox News's track record with how they decide to display black people in the media and the stuff that they say and the people that they hire and have working over there. I take their little apology very, 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 very lightly. As a matter of fact, I don't take it at all. They can keep it. The Wall Street Journal on Friday offered more of the full context in a story that took a deeper dive into the numbers to come to a similar conclusion. There's a heck of a lot that the market is seemingly ignoring right now. In addition to the protests, Liz Ann Saunders, chief investment strategist at Charles Schwab, told the Journal. But if you look back at the history of large-scale civil unrest, the market tended to sort of look through that. You didn't tend to see significant weaknesses either while it was happening or in the aftermath. This is they claim that they gave this without full context, which means there must have been something contextual there for them to put something like this out there. But it is Fox News at the end of the day, so it doesn't surprise me. And Bobby Rush, his head must be filled with a bunch of helium if he thinks that it just took this for him to realize that Fox News doesn't like black people. Are you serious? Like, where was your head buried? For real. But I don't expect much from Fox News, considering how tacky and classless that network is. They don't even give real news. That's been debunked back in the early 2000s, I think 2003, when they said that they got taken to court because they didn't deliver actual news, but they still allowed them to run and operate as a network. Like, Fox News is nothing more than a propaganda machine. But like I said, when you look back through history and you think about who was on that stock market first, who was the first form of currency and stock, and then you look at this, that's crazy. And like I said, George Floyd has the highest number right now. Now, I don't know what the other numbers possibly could be, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're profiting off of this right now. I would not be in the least bit surprised.